All right, this is Sneako band from YouTube, and what's the channel name? Jamari. All right, check it out.
Been completely banned from the platform. Both his main channel Sneako, that had been around for about 10 years, and his second channel Sneako, that was really picking up steam lately, have been completely wiped from the platform itself. He shared this email from YouTube on Instagram today, where they say, "Hi Sneako, we have reviewed your content and found severe or repeated violations of our community guidelines. Because of this, we have removed your channel from YouTube." And then he also shared this post where he shows that they also banned his main channel. He also shared this via his Instagram story where he says, "They banned my main channel too. Sneako didn't have any strikes." The thing is, guys, I'm almost positive when it comes to YouTube, if you get one channel terminated, they usually just wipe you out across the board. They did the exact same thing to EDP with his 2 channels back last year. And so this really isn't surprising to me that they went for the jugular. Because I'm telling you guys, once you get one channel terminated, you can't even open a new channel from there. You're pretty much banned from YouTube for life. I mean, consider someone like Leafy is here, who tried to start a new channel time and time again, where he wasn't even necessarily bullying people anymore, and they still got his ass out of here quickly. This comes only 4 days after he was banned from TikTok, and something does tell me that his Instagram page might be going soon as well. This picture is kind of ironic now because this is the last post he had before he got banned, and I do really think they're about to give this man the Andrew Tate treatment. And I'm sure a lot of you guys have known about Sneako's channel for years. When I was first coming up in the YouTube scene, when I first kind of started blowing up around 3 or 4 years ago, Sneako was also kind of on the rise as well. And I'm not going to say we're necessarily contemporaries because we don't really make a similar style of content, but we did kind of come up at the same time, so I was always paying attention to his channel, and I thought he was one of the most creative people on YouTube with his main channel, Sneako. And he did really well on that channel for years, amassing over 1 million subscribers. But it seemed like where Sneako really struck gold and where he really had that aha moment was when he started live streaming and uploading more like reaction type content onto his second channel, Sneako. And then people started uploading all these different clips of him on TikTok, kind of like with Andrew Tate. And then he became one of
Dude, Sneako had that channel for years, man. Like he had videos going back to when he was in like high school, like middle school days. Like he was playing Call of Duty. Like he had that channel for a long, long time. Like for them to ban him on one channel and then ban him on the next channel, is that even in the guidelines for YouTube? I'm curious. Like, does it say that? Like, if you get banned on one channel, they're allowed to ban you on another one? Like, that's kind of crazy to me.
I don't know if it's in the guidelines, but I won't be surprised if the reason he got banned was because of the mass reporting. Because that's the only way you get your channel removed just like that, like without any warning. Because he said his well, even if his second channel did get strikes, he never mentioned that he was on his last strike or something like that. And the same thing happened on TikTok for me, where I had like a couple strikes, but not enough to like get like banned. Because usually, the more strikes you have, the more extended time you cannot post anything on your channel. And at what point when Drew stitched my video, but she didn't like mention my ad or whatever, but I was like, oh, whatever, and I started responding to comments under her video. And I guess her minions found me and then started like mass reporting my videos on my profile. And then one day I wake up and it says, "You've been banned from TikTok." I'm like, great.
At least with TikTok, though, it's like it's a Chinese app. You know what I mean? Like that's an app that was started in China, and we all use it. So like, obviously, China is not free, and it has a different set of laws. It's a communist country. But YouTube is in the States. It's in the USA. It's in California. Headquarters is in California, I believe. I think it's like in San Jose or something like that. Like, so it shouldn't be able to do that. It shouldn't be able to silence you in that way. At least with like a Chinese app, I can understand like they kind of run by their own set of rules, and there's no real like there's written rules, but then there's like the Chinese Communist Party, whatever the hell. But to do that here, like to have like almost like a I can't say too much about YouTube. Like to basically be similar to like the Chinese Communist Party in the States, silencing people like a communist fucking regime in the States. Like that to me is pretty fucking crazy. Because not only is his channel gone, like he made most of his money off of YouTube. You know, Sneako didn't have a full-time job or anything and do YouTube on the side. This was his source of income, and they took that away. You know, and they took away his voice. And they didn't take away not only one channel, they took away both channels. And he said that he had no strikes on the other channel, on the main channel, but they took it away anyway. Like that's pretty crazy to me. All right, let's keep going.
The fastest growing content creators on the whole platform. And I gotta be honest, on this second channel, Sneako was saying some pretty outlandish shit. He was talking about a lot of conspiracy theories. He was spitting that Andrew Tate, but I would say even like a little bit more extreme. And it almost seemed like the guy was waking up on a mission to say as much politically incorrect stuff as possible every single day. And boy, did this man start to ruffle some feathers, with many people making these what are now like foreshadowing videos about why Sneako should be banned from the platform altogether.
Hey, this is not going to be a normal video. Today, I want to briefly talk about the content creator Sneako and ask YouTube to ban him from the platform.
Now, personally, I do have mixed feelings about this banning, because on one hand,
Well, did that guy just outright ask for YouTube to ban him?
Yeah, like I said, this banning is random. Some group of people came together and just mass reported his profile, and YouTube had no other choice but to remove it because of so many complaints.
But you can't do that. I really don't think you can do that. Like you can't have like a large, like a big, like a PewDiePie, for example. He can't go tell all of his audience members to go attack somebody, like attack someone's channel. I don't think that's allowed. There's a word for it. I'm not sure what it is.
It's not illegal per se, but it is pretty shady. And actually, one thing I'll say about TikTok, unlike YouTube, I don't know, I'm not sure what kind of process YouTube is, but on TikTok, if your profile gets banned, you can then apply to have it reconsidered. So that's how I got my profile back when I got banned. After the Drew Minions mass reported my profile and I got banned, it gave me an option to
get the channel back.
I forgot the word for it, but
restored.
Not restored, but appeal.
Reinstated, or
it gave me an option to appeal the decision. And I was like, hell yeah, appeal. And they were like, "Oh, describe to us why you're appealing." I was like, because I didn't have enough strikes to be banned. And then a day passed, and then they're like, "Hey, sorry for the miscomfort. When we restored your channel." I was like, obviously. And then I looked through all the videos. They were like, it listed like 12 videos that was banned, and like 10 of them got restored, and that's why my profile got restored. And I'm looking through all these videos that got banned. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, all of them were of the replies I did to Drew.
Yeah.
And only 2 of those replies were still removed, but the rest of the videos were restored, and I got my profile back. But it is a big problem. There's the whole people getting together and mass reporting profiles.
Yeah. But I think the rules are a little bit different on YouTube. Like I think, I mean, this is not the first time someone or big YouTubers had somebody, or some of the big YouTubers had their audience go and do something, and then they got in trouble for that. Like, I don't think you're allowed to do that. And I know that when you get like a channel, like a YouTube channel or something removed, you can appeal that process. You can appeal that decision. But if you're like a red pill channel or like a right wing channel or any channel that kind of goes against the norm, the chances of that channel getting reinstated by YouTube is slim to none. And that's the problem. So because I think most people, like a lot of these channels, like they get removed, and even though they were within their right, YouTube will still, because I think we all kind of understand and know where YouTube leans and where they stand. And so the chances of their channel getting reinstated are slim to none.
Right, but is there an appeal process for YouTube? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think there's an appeal. Like I can appeal a strike. Like I just got a strike from somebody, you know who, and I can appeal that decision, or I can reach out to the content creator directly. If you get your YouTube channel removed completely, I think you can still appeal that decision, but it's
Oh yeah, what happened by the way after you emailed her?
Oh yeah, so real quick, guys, I got a strike on the channel a couple days ago. For this is another one of the reasons why I'm not doing compilations anymore. I'm done with the compilations. There's too much liability on me for the compilations. People can literally just report the video if they have a clip of themselves in there and get the video removed and get a strike on the channel. So that's what happened a couple days ago. I guess Roma Army, her team found one of our clips in compilation number 51, which obviously is like really far back. So they were digging through some fucking videos, and it got taken down. And I got a strike on the channel right now. I reached out to her directly, and I guess she said that that was a mistake on her team's end, and they're working to get it removed. But still, that's a lot. These compilations are just too much liability on my end, so I'm not going to be doing them anymore. And if I do them, it will be on another platform altogether, not on YouTube. So yeah, let's keep watching the video.
Hands, I do understand that YouTube is a private company, and obviously they're going to try to protect those advertiser dollars. And when one of your fastest growing content creators on your platform is saying some kind of crazy shit, it isn't always the best look. So I can kind of see how it would be within their best interest to protect themselves. I've been on YouTube for a very long time. I've seen some really crazy shit. I've seen content creators say some really crazy stuff about other people, and almost none of them have ever got banned. I mean, I'm talking about threats. I'm talking about getting a doll of them and using it in a manner. I mean, I've pretty much seen it all at this point. And many of these people have not been permanently banned. I mean, look at someone like Onision, who's just a sick fuck of a person. I don't know, guys. A big part of me just feels like when you've been on the platform for a certain amount of time, YouTube should really give you more of a chance before they just delete your shit altogether. Like, even if they delete 50 of your videos and say, hey, you better stop this shit that we don't like, or we're going to take your whole shit away, I think that would be more fair. Because when you've already shown that you can be a good little content creator for them for years and years and years, you would think you would build up some rapport. You know, you've made them millions of dollars over the years. You guys have broke bread together. But at the end of the day, you're really just another drop in the bucket. And if they feel like you're a threat to their company, they're gonna fucking stomp you like a damn roach. I do gotta say, guys, this banning really did not come as a surprise to me. It's crazy. Just yesterday, I went out to eat with one of my friends, and he was asking me, yo, have you seen this guy, Sneako? He's been all over my TikTok feed. We get into talking about it, and he's like, do you think he's gonna have this, like, atmospheric rise?
Yeah, man, it's pretty crazy. You can talk, you can be making YouTube videos and have a huge channel and be doing it for years, and YouTube won't even reach out to you like on a personal level. They will literally just stomp out your channel, no questions asked, and fucking removed off the platform. You know, and that's pretty crazy. Like, you can make someone that much money and bring them that much viewership and just be fucking stomped out like nothing.
Yeah, that's kind of shady. I don't know. I mean, that's why Rumble is on the rise right now. It's because of stuff like this. And I'm not surprised. There's always an agenda. YouTube has its own agenda.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. There should definitely, like, listen, if they're not going to reach out to PewDiePie, like if PewDiePie, the biggest YouTuber of all time, like can't get a hold of YouTube and talk to an actual person, then what makes you think that they're going to do that for like an average YouTuber or someone with like 500,000, even just a regular, like even with 1 million, like that to them, like if they're not going to reach out to PewDiePie and work with someone like PewDiePie, who's the biggest at the tippity top of the mountain, what makes you think that they're going to work with you? You know, that should kind of show you where YouTube's headspace is. They just look at you like a disposable fucking employee.
Yeah, honestly, I think YouTube is on a decline. TikTok is only getting more popular, more subscribers, and YouTube, I don't think, is going to be very popular in the future. So also considering all the bans and stuff like that, but also just a long form content. I mean, people are so used to like the short form content of TikTok and just scroll and see so many videos in a couple seconds, while YouTube is like long form, 10, 15 minutes. And I feel like eventually it's going to die down, and less people will be having YouTube channels and going on YouTube. And yeah, before you know it, YouTube no longer will be popular. That's my prediction.
And I told him, honestly, dude, I think that within the next couple months, they're going to get him the fuck out of here. I mean, they had been sending him warnings. They had been sending him strikes. And I've just seen enough YouTube to know that when you're constantly getting that type of stuff thrown at you, it's only so long before they just get you out of here. And like I said, this whole situation does draw a lot of parallels to the whole Andrew Tate banning situation. But man, at least with Andrew Tate, he had some of these other businesses going on. And when it comes to Sneako, this was really like his whole livelihood. This is how I would think he was making the lion's share of his money. But I want to know how you guys feel about this banning down below. And I also want you to comment, would you be willing to follow your favorite YouTuber to another platform like Rumble if they got banned? Do you think that's really just too big of an ask? And another YouTuber will kind of just come in and fill up that spot in your entertainment life. But I'll be keeping you updated on this story. We'll see if Sneako can get his YouTube channel back. But I got to keep it real. I don't really see it happening just based on historically what's going on with YouTube. As always, I want to thank you guys.
I think it'd be hard. I think that a lot of people will move. I don't think Sneako's done. He might not be as big as he was or grow as fast as he was, and he might just be off of YouTube completely. But I still think he has a future. Maybe on another platform. He can still, I think he's still allowed on like TikTok and Instagram and stuff like that. So I don't think he's doomed by any means. And obviously he's connected with the Tates, and they're still big on TikTok and Rumble and shit like that. So I think that there's still a chance for him.
Oh yeah, for sure. There's no way that he's going to be done unless he wants to be done. But otherwise, this is just a setback. If he really wants to, he will just, this will be like a temporary setback. Before you know it, he'll be up and running and continuing whatever he's doing.
Yeah, I think it'll be hard because when you have companies like YouTube and Google and Facebook and Instagram, and they're all kind of like working together and all like in cahoots with one another, like that makes things hard. When they control the majority of the media or the social platforms, like Google is a browser, right? So if you Google like someone's name and Google chooses to put it at the bottom of the list, and they make it much harder for you to find that person or reach out to that person, like technically they're not silencing your free speech, but they're removing you from the public view. You know what I mean? They're making you're making it much harder to see your content or to see where you are. They have that power.